Let's see who we got. Nexus on attack. Alright, Nexus is on attack. Things are looking alright. First band coming out. Ying. She recently got reworked, so this much is obvious. You know, definitely don't want all them candelas. She was already good. The fact that they buffed her is, I don't know, you gotta be... I don't even know why they buffed her, honestly. Thatcher ban on Cafe Dostoyevsky. Thatcher is a very safe operator, so banning him just, you know, gets them EMPs right out the board. Going with Bandit. Pretty typical. I would consider these pretty typical bans. Last but not least, Clash. Okay, so Bandit's off the board. We're probably going to look at some Cade plays, some distant electro reinforcements, but then Thatcher would have wiped that out. So, you know, they take out the Thatcher, they take out the Bandit. We're going to see some playing around. Probably going to see Maverick fulfilling that role for Thatcher. We're probably going to see Cade or Kaid, however you pronounce that, for Bandit. And then the two opposites there, first and last, are annoying operators. Ying and Clash, just don't even play against that, just ban them. I understand that 100%. Just gonna run through these in case anyone cares about that sort of stuff. Vigils getting 6 pick into Cade. As a defender, definitely wanna have that strong presence. Don't wanna give up any hatches, or, you know, you can spread out a bit better. Ooh, saw those ping numbers there. Pretty big boy stuff. Hopefully we won't need to rehost or anything like that. Mozzie. We got him being AFK. This is all nice stuff. Everyone's reinforcing, doing what they gotta do.
10 seconds remaining.
You can stop worrying about grenades now. They're too close.
5 seconds left.
Interesting, interesting.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Oh. Cheeky placements coming on everybody. Some late reinforcements as well. Let's see how the attacking opposition is going to take this. Gridlock, super good on utility. Thermite, no surprise there. Thermite's by himself, it seems like. Or, I mean, they're about to join up on roof. Opening up this hatch. Oh, excuse me there, sorry. Opening up both top hatches. This is pretty common for anybody with a secondary shotgun. We could see Montang drop down here in a second. Let's see how they're gonna play this. Droning out. I'm trying to play it safe for now. Keep up the communication. Allowing that drone to go by. Mozzie is a presence for these for any intel that they're gonna try to face up against here.
Located.
Jaeger trying to get picks down here, you know, in case people are trying to lately rotate up. Let's see if this Sophia playing on Christmas tree can capitalize on these pings that she's actually getting from her teammates here. This is standard stuff, setting up air jabs as well. Setting up air jabs, playing window, playing roof, trying to hold these upside down angles. We see a pretty slow. We're seeing a pretty slow start coming off from either side here. These are just setups. Opening up a red staircase, gonna take over Cigar Lounge. Looking on into white. We're gonna see the Montang push here in a second. Seeing the defenders get into position. Still, again, another slow start. Holding on to that white staircase. This Valkyrie cam coming really big for them. Oh, Italian Turtle with the double kill and the opposition a triple for the defensive team here. Shooting down on Hatch. This is 20 seconds left in the round. This is all going down for the defending team. Oh man.
15 seconds remaining.
Let's see what Nexus Wolf is able to pull off with the air jab going off. Placing on the gridlock on one end for red staircase. Looking at the other Hatch in case anything's about to happen. Let's see if he tries to save the KD or send it. Shooting down like a crab in a barrel. This Jaeger's not going to quite make it, and yep, that Nitro Cell would have just killed him if he dropped in. So defenders win round one. Gonna have to say that was it's interesting to watch for sure, because it was very slow at first and it seemed like both teams were playing very methodically and just droning and intelling and holding their positions. Nothing too greedy from the defenders. And if I'm, except for that Jaeger kill at the end there, was that a flawless round? This Nexus Wolf got the only kill on the board for them, so you know, it could still go any way possible. It's kind of hard to tell first round in, of course. You hate to see it. You hate to see a swoop like that.
Locate and defuse bombs.
Let's see how they're gonna adapt to the situation here. Going for a kitchen and would this be freezer? What's this area even called? Honestly, this back area here, kitchen service. Gonna go with Maestro ban. Yeah, with not banning Maestro, it lets their team be a presence, definitely. With the perfect evil eye placement, maybe one here in kitchen cooking, definitely be a presence. With Mozzie as well, we're looking at, what's it called? A lot of eyes we're looking at, and no one else brought a bulletproof camera, so that's gonna be their intel for the team. But with Smoke wielding shotgun, this Kano is, you know, it seems like they have some good synergy. They're slowing them down with the Smoke, and they're slowing them down with the castles. It's just layers of trying to slow down the opposition any which way possible. We got Kanji on the Capital, setting up his drone in place, holding a tight angle on top of the APC. And there's that Maverick pick we saw coming out. No surprises there. Taking the first couple of seconds to drone out for one another. Definitely a smartest thing that they can be doing right now. Capital Fireball already going off, holding a pixel angle here on Bakery. Mozzie getting a little, just a pre-firing, nothing too aggressive, but definitely trying to defend that Bakery door, which is very hard. Almost catching the Maverick there, very closely, very close. It's tricky for, especially behind the deployable shield like this. We're watching Nexus Wolf holding on this red staircase peak, and we see Joystick actually on the red staircase, so them doubling up. We see Italian Turtle and Joystick right next to each other, and Kanji going around for a rappel on that window. Let's see, Joystick holding a tighter angle on this. Teammates still playing reserved, site adjacent, so they're not going too far. Taking out all the intel as much as possible. Minute 30 seconds left. Nexus Wolf rotating. They're droning it out. Still kind of stuck here on cool. On VIP corridor, excuse me. Just wiping out any intel possible. See them adding an exothermic charge. Kanji getting that kill on Joystick. Italian Turtle about to refrag on him. Oh my gosh, we see it all coming together right now. Italian Turtle holding the pixel. Nexus Wolf gonna take that. Oh my gosh. Throwing it out. Nexus 11 got Lee Sin with a double kill for the defending team with 1 minute left. the action's starting to pop off right now, it seems like, with gridlocks and smokes, gadgets flying all around. Godly Sin with a triple kill. We're seeing this guy perform well with this freezer push here. And then outside, Zofia from outside to inside, working that down with 40 seconds left on the clock. We're looking at a 2v2. Smoke finally roaming outside of sight a little bit. This Kano. Got Kazoo looking into sight with 30 seconds left. We're looking at him pre-aiming, pre-peeking here. Maestro holding his back, getting some knowledge. It might be the headphones, might him just sound whoring a little bit to know that he's not in this side alone. They finally got the intel on that with 40 seconds, 10 seconds left, excuse me. Planting the diffuser. We see Smoke getting the kill on 1 kill, 2 kills. Gridlock answering back a little bit. He is down. It is a 1v2. She does have to plant. And oh, an accidental melee is going to take the defenders to round 2 now. Oh man, you hate to see it. Headaches with that golden LMG. Oof. Again, we're seeing, we're only, this is 3rd round in, but we're starting to see that another slow push from both teams. Not getting too aggressive with spawn peeking or running out because, why would you? And then we're seeing droning out for one another. This is not unheard of. We got the Thermite, classic Thermite and Gridlock. They don't work. I'm not saying classic as if they go together, but it is going to be a 6-pick into line for more aerial coverage of his EE1D, being able to stop the enemies with his gadget, making them go red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. He is annoying, but not annoying enough to ban. So we're gonna see the scoreboard here in a second. Godlyson definitely taking that fragger role. It seems like getting doubles and triples for his team, putting them on the board. So yeah, Doc healing gonna come out. What else is new? Doc healing and sledge. We want to see more openings out of them. Maybe they want better sight coverage. We're seeing Mozzie starting to already with 1 drone on using an entrance. Reinforcements are pretty standard. Nothing too special here until we see how they actually implement it. We did see, if I'm not mistaken, we saw them go Maestro last game, but the Evil Eye usage wasn't as dominant. Oof. Do we see our first spawn peek here, ladies and gentlemen? Answering back, he does see him. Let's see, Joystick firing back. No kills there. Trying to open up this window, but they've got his number. They've got his number for sure. And he's got the entire enemy team here. Getting shots onto is that Kazoo, it seems like. A Lion makes it past, and Joystick gives up that spawn peek there. With a missed grenade, it seems like. He goes up, drops down to red, and that calls it about there. Under half health and Ash like that. I mean, oof. Lion answering from outside, trying to open up that hatch because he didn't know he rotated out. We got Sledge opening up everything from, they're going from a top to bottom type of push. Already having some good coverage. Godly Sin in Christmas tree right now. Their predominant frag are actually going to sound off right now. Kazoo, no damage is taken, but Kanji is going to take that hurt. Rotating all the way around, it seems like. Playing Christmas tree, playing on hatch. Droning him out, Nexus 11, but they're joined up together, so that's going to be a dock heal. Going to go straight back up. Nothing too crazy there. This is why you go the dock, but the Jaeger takes that advantage and silences that Sledge. Getting pushed himself, Kazoo gets down to Godly Sin yet again with a Lion drone, making him stand still. Mozzie answering back as much as possible. The dock staying near. Jaeger having that fight and taking that double on Nexus 11, silencing that air jab placement. These are careful shots, and from behind, it doesn't see, was that a double? What was that? Nexus Wolf with the, was that a white staircase angle right there with a minute left and something left? This is as aggressive as we've seen them. Oh, answering back, Italian triple with a triple, putting Jaeger in his hands and letting him roam for free, it seems like. Nexus Wolf using the last of his EE1D here, holding that white staircase peak, checking on to site adjacent. The smoke isn't even on site. He's got it covered, and he's got the hatch covered, but let's see what he's actually up to. With 45 seconds left, he has some sort of suspicion that he's there, using one of his last. He has one more flashbang, so he's not using the last of it quite yet. But he is out of he is out of lion drone scans there. So this is the most aggressive we've seen him so far. Defenders have a good lead here, using the last of his flashbang to, oh, he just misses his toes and drops down to refrag right away. He has no clue, just missing those shots. Nexus Wolf about to take it back, having some idea, trying to stay on his toes, but 15 seconds left. This is gonna be tough, and from Freezer, he's getting a pincer move. There's no way he can look two places at once. He got shot from both of the defenders there. That's hard to watch. Again with the golden gun replay. Oh. Yeah, hate to see it. Round 4 going to defend. Round 3 going to the defenders, and we're seeing Italian Turtle step up alongside Godly Sin. What an edgy name there. And for an edgy person, we're seeing him take a predominant. You know, he's only got 2 deaths, no assists. Italian Turtle more spread out, and actually gonna play the role of Doc. Let's see if we see any 6-pick here. Tachanka, come on, come on. Oh my word. Again with this Montang placement, this Montang placement on Kanji. I'm not sure if they elected him to be the support role to just have a straight up shield, or you know, we just need that, we need that hard cover, because I want to spectate this Tachanka, you know what I mean? And he's got black eyes. Oof. We're gonna see some interesting plays here on Cafe Dostoyevsky. Excuse my Russian. I'm not too fluid on that. Making a nice rotation there to Freezer. I like that second hole that they placed closer to the closet. Most people on ranked open up the one to the right, which honestly, if you know how to rotate through that door, if you know how to rotate through that wall that they're creating, you're knowing that if you play Skyline, you're gonna see someone's toes rotating. It's never gonna be good. So good map awareness for them to have put that on the other side. He's gonna want to open that up completely. Both sides are reinforced. And Kanji, oh, taking some shots already by the Godly Sin run out. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see, players for the most part, joystick in bakery, trying to push. Surveying for hostiles with that cardiac sensor. Could be cold-blooded, but you do have a heartbeat, ladies and gentlemen. He's climbing all the way up to roof. Kanji taking a slow approach up at half health. Already feeling that. We got Kazoo entering back, and oh, there it is. You got a little too greedy, and that's the joy of it. That's the joy of spawn peeking, is you always want a little bit more. Nexus Wolf taking out another person from the defending team, already chopping up to be great with that Tachanka, with that really weird Tachanka pick. I guess they want him before the rework, I'm not sure, so that'll be interesting. That'll be interesting when he actually does get reworked, and he has that grenade launcher. But for right now, that turret play by the orange team isn't working on their favor.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Everyone is fighting to get into position and drone out for one another. Kanji listening to the air jab on his back, droning out heavy for them. Godly Sin sound horning this as usual. Vigil staying oddly reserved here. It is a 3v5, so you don't want to get too aggressive, but okay. I thought the dog was an enemy. The window's gonna open up behind him, and just in the nick of time, hiding. Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. We're not seeing him Doc heal himself for extra, but he's actually again. This is looking like
Defenders win.
This is looking really good for him. I mean, it's 0-4. We're looking at Nexus's game where Canoon. Well, I'm a little, you know, we don't have the luxury of their comms, so we're just sitting here wondering what's going through their minds, you know. We're seeing a more reserved playstyle coming out of a I don't want to say reserved, because we do have Wolf doing what needs to be done in the terms of fragging, but with 2 donuts on the bottom there, it's kind of hard to get stuff off there. We're not gonna lie. I'm liking the Doc pick again though, because either way, Viscano and Italian Turtle, just I feel like after round 2 they picked up that Doc healing aspect. Either overheal yourself so you can go into a new fight with any potential fight with more health. go into re-engagements with more health. You have 3 shots. You can at least save 1 for yourself, but for the most part, we're gonna want to see. We're gonna want to see him healing his teammates, so just to have more effectiveness.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Plague Arson, doing all right. Doing their thing, you know. We got the layers of slowing them down yet again. The smoke is gonna have zone control. He's gonna have time denial. You can't just run. I mean, if you run through it, you're gonna risk reduced health, and if you wait for it, you're waiting for it, and you're moving awfully predictable. Holding this angle here, a little late, pre-firing though. They're still setting up here. Not what you want to see, and oh, rotating. You see what I mean? As soon as you start rotating, they're gonna take their best player off. Best player is already down, but this is still a good team though. Just because their top fragger is off the leaderboard doesn't mean anything really. Because if they still have good synergy with one another, then that's all that really matters. Joining out with one another, making, you know, look at this grade A teamwork right here. Drones are set up, you know the Wamai's on the ceiling, it's all looking good. So we're gonna see Nexus, which is the attacking team. We're gonna want to see them pop off a little bit here. Start to get the ball rolling just a tad bit. Let's see. See, we're still getting stuff into position here. Seems like the defending team is completely on the floor. Either if they're on site, if they're not on site, then they're site adjacent. And we got most of Nexus just droning out here. Gotta spot out that smoke, hiding on the corner. Try to get anyone to rotate out of red from the bottom. 1 canister already down. Holding this dangerous peak with Kano. Playing at headshot level as well, so it's gonna be tricky to heal yourself back up from a headshot. Holding Pixels, playing for patience right now, a minute in. We got Bar, checking him out, Bar.
My toxic babes are in.
2nd canister already done. Wielding that shotgun, not afraid. Getting his castle barricade knife from behind. Let's see the plays coming out of this castle. She did hear that pin get pulled. Interestingly enough, the smoke is entering back with that shotgun. Gonna have to switch back to that 3rd canister. Baker wall is open as soon as it goes down. Knifing in the air one more time. Not the muscle memory you want to keep habit here. 1 air jab going off and firing back just a little too late on Kazoo. Holding his peak though. Amai takes that headshot as it's free candy on Halloween night. Ooh, another one. Kazoo is a headhunter. Another one for Italian Turtle. Defender is coming back to defend his area. Getting pinched right here. There's nothing you could do. You're in that V shape, looking into sight with 20 seconds left. You can only answer back, and him on that deadly shotgun, and gonna get answered back by the Maverick, who's finally worked his way down. Nexus Wolf making a 1 for Nexus and 4 for Plague Arson. They still have that lead, but you know, like I said, we got to get that ball rolling. Whew. Watching him on that smoke with the shotty, that's important. He was late making that rotation from bakery wall into, you know, the actual bakery from site. So it was interesting that they left the site open and vulnerable, but if you just play well, you have intel, you have synergy between your teammates, and I cover your back, I'll throw some canisters, well placed, well timed, then you can leave that vulnerable, because it's that weakness that the attacking force is thinking is what they're going to play off, is actually you're going to turn that deficit into a dividend, and it's going to pay off there. Look at these. Look at these. When I pull up the scoreboard, I'm really looking at assists here. I'm a big fan of getting assists. I don't really care for kills. I care for assists and how much kill participation is actually going down.
Bomb located by attackers.
Kanji spotting both of the biohazard containers in the run back kitchen. They're running it back. So let's see how they switched it up. We got a pulse now, no doc, no extra healing. So if you take that injury, you're gonna rock with it. For the most part, they're we're seeing that Jaeger come back again. They're allowing
5
themselves to be
seconds to go.
flexible, but not as much. Flexible and not as much as in the
Attackers are
sense of
moving
like,
to
you know,
defuse the bomb.
if you want to do a certain role like healing, there's nothing you can do there. Checking this window just in case. Checking that window just in case. A lot of patience coming out of these players. Oh, answering back, and he's gonna call it there. Why would he?
Drone up and running.
Oof, Godly Sin taking down Kazoo again. Kazoo doing some good work on this Zofia, but you know, we got two great players going against each other. One is bound to win. With a seemingly late reinforcement, not too late. He already got I guess he's given himself that boost, that cushion to late reinforce. Turning it into a 5v4 with only 2 minutes left. Sprinting.
Defender has left
Ooh,
the designated stage.
Defender has left. Italian Turtle getting down by Nexus. Mo. Interesting. Very interesting. She did lose some health for that, but she won the engagement there, evening it out to a 4v4. Dropping into sight. Let's see what's going on into sight. We got Joystick playing that common area with the smoke around the hard corners. That's exactly where you want your smoke to be placed. Who's gonna really answer back against a shotgun if it's not every single shot landed, or if it's a headshot? With canisters at his arsenal, it's looking deadly in his hands. Slowly creeping up on him. Oh, there it is. And the shots didn't quite land. The Valkyrie lands even more. Headaches. With one black eye camera left with a minute going down, half health, she's winning that engagement. We're seeing a lot of 1v1 engagements here. And again, still on roof, finally dropping down to red. Nomad picking a fight with somebody here, it seems like. Just trying to open something up. Just test out the waters, see if you get a wall bang. With a minute left, might as well send. Plague Arson sitting on this victory. This Jaeger has to hear him above. The shotgun going down. Plague Arson going down as well. They are just lit up like a birthday cake. Pistol coming out and landing his shots. You love to see it. Oh, Vizcano taking down Nexus Wolf. 30 seconds left. It's a 2v3 situation, ladies and gentlemen. She's looking onto bar, expecting someone to push through there. No one's. Joystick chilling out into sight. Stacked up on red, covering each other. Air jab, covering their all. Shots are wide, and he's even wider with 15 seconds left. Rotating around to Bakery with the elite Valk spots here. Shots are good. It's a headshot for Nexus. Switching over to the shotgun. Pistols going flying. Switching over, and oof, black ice shotgun. Vizcano, defenders yet again. This is chopping up to be their map, it seems like. Boom! Right to the head. We saw the thermite there with a really late defusing going on there. Time was ticking, and you have to stick it, or you risk that loss just by not even playing objectively. Them playing from top to bottom. We're seeing them play from hatches. You know, we're watching a lot of 1v1 engagements. So when they're playing still on hatch, the top of red stairs, not super late into the game, but definitely you've already burned a minute and a half and you still have a player up there. If that's intentional, then go for it by all means. And if it works, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we need to see more cohesiveness. I feel like more out of Nexus. They've got Nexus Wolf leading that with their own Maestro pick. We've got Maestro and Valkyrie coming out with some good intelligence. Kazoo's deciding to go smoke. It's worked out so well for them. It's worked so well for Plague Arson. Why wouldn't it work good for them? And I consider, alright, so Legion is definitely a gadget operator, right? Look, there's this gadget, the goo mines. It does the initial damage and has that poisoning slow no sprinting effect, and then it proceeds to tick damage over time. So I feel like Legion is a good pick here. I'm not sure if Clash was a target ban, but if anything, I feel like oh, he shot him. If anything, I feel like they should have banned Legion instead. He's pretty strong. The goo mines are invisible, so it's not like
Attackers recovered.
you can counter him very well. Thatcher's already off the board, and no IQ pick going on. They're just gonna, you know,
Loading fresh magazine!
they're gonna deal with the goo mines as they get stuck in their foots. Plague Arson looking really good here. Again, looking at looking at these assists really. If you're joining out for me, then I'm gonna push with you. If you're covering my butt, then I'll push with you. With flashbangs, getting rid of the playable shield, any type of utility. Get that utility way off. We see Nexus 11 holding that, hearing they go in. Shots are good. Lands it on the Ash. Gets lit himself by the Zofia talent turret, hearing him go down. Getting shocked by this Maestro cam. That's Evil Eye looking in one direction, getting hit by another. Trading off. Getting a 3v4. Plague Arson doing really well against Nexus right now. Shots are good. This is such a cheeky spot coming at him, and he actually gets headaches in response to that. It worked. You have an LMG, why not spray those bullets? I love the utility he's using. He just sees the head and it's not good enough. Nexus Wolf with a double kill. There's no golden gun, but I don't think the color ever mattered. It was just the LMG pick, honestly. If you can hold that recoil from long range, you're good. Taking an aggressive peek after getting hit with that concussive mine there. Dropping onto side. Buck feeling aggressive. His Kano shooting out the smoke. No effectiveness there. Shots are good. Tracing is good. One spot lets him know someone's wrapped around to wrapped around to Christmas, excuse me, but then wrapped around even further to bathroom hallway. Holding these long angles with ACOG versus holographic. We're seeing Kanji go all the way around trying to play opposite to him, already set up in his little hiding hole underneath hatch here, rotating around, both playing conservatively, reloading, using their gadgets, and oh, a cheeky flank. With 45 seconds left, both are playing a game of cat and mouse. You got Nexus Kanji with the goo mines, Italian Turtle, Plague Arson with still one claimer up. This could be anybody's game. Yes, she has a little bit of reduced health, but she hears these goo mines going off. He is covering his own. He is throwing those goo mines for his own safety, but it lets her know exactly where he is for the most part. He has to be within line of sight as to where he's going to throw those goo mines.
Attackers recovered the bomb.
Another goo mine placement with 15 seconds left. This Legion knows where she's at. With getting spotted, playing safe and sound, holding angles he knows he might be at, pushing and getting these waypoints in,
5 seconds to go.
knowing he's there, pre-firing with a late defuse. This is it. Oh no.
Drop the diffuser.
Oh no, look at it.
You're out of time.
Oh man. Didn't even get to use the withstand here. We're seeing Zofia's being picked, and the concussive blasts and the impact rounds that she has is doing great for the utility and great for snitching out the operators. You know, you can throw that at a wall, it'll bounce around and it'll explode instantly. You know someone's camping behind the shield, so you switch over to impact and you destroy the shield. Nexus 11 taking damage for that. But if you let goo mine go past, if you're banning, you know, Ying, then okay, she's pretty strong. She's very strong. But if you let, I mean, like a Clash is annoying, but I'm not sure who banned that out, but Zofia is a direct counter to Clash. Throw her the concussion, she shifts her shield a little bit, and then you switch off and you capitalize right there instantly. But if you don't pick an IQ, but if you don't pick a Thatcher, Goo Boy Legion is going on for free. We saw him get. We saw at least I want to say 4 goo mines go off there. Especially late round in a 1v1 situation. That's where he's shining the brightest. 2v5 definitely still winnable. But you have to self-correct your current course and know, okay, so why are we losing? Is it our pacing? Are we pacing ourselves too slowly and then we have to defuse when there's less than 10 seconds left? Is it that we're not droning enough? You know, some professional R6 players are droning for over 2 minutes and it seems to be working out for them. We'll see how conditioned how conditioned Arson is to this. Expecting runouts. Happy that no one's actually doing it. Cades and mirror placements are going down. Electrifying it. Stopping any type of thermites, any thermites, exothermic charges. And, you know, the standard ADS is going down. Already early shots, and a mirror is being opened up. Putting one up in freezer, but that's going to be the only solid one, and something is exploding open. There's that mirror placement. He was not informed. Vizcano fighting off Kanji and going 1-for-1, dodging a nitro cell. It looks like aiming at headshot level. We see the players getting in position. Joystick getting his 1, making this a 3v5 for these defenders. It is not working out in their favor. A dangerous game playing with that vector. Headaches is going to penalize that 100%. Is that a jackal walking into sight just for free? It is. Looking onto the back of the smoke, you can only look in one direction. Joystick, Godlyson, attackers win round 8. That is a flawless round. One more time. You can only look in one direction. You know, that ADS didn't really help out at the end there. The jackal just walked in for free. I feel like more traps would have definitely helped out. Secured, because imagine if he would have had a Gumine behind him or in that hallway. Imagine if instead of an evil eye, you have to camp on that evil eye for it to really be effective. We're gonna see Thenxuswolf pick it up as well. Look, here we go. We're seeing the adaptations from both teams. I love it. Running back that dock, because Zoo is feeling like, you know what? He's like, you know what? I died 8 times. I wanna heal myself up a little bit more. My teams, because we are seeing teammates, or enemy teams doing 1-for-1 battles and not necessarily finishing their kills. We're seeing a lot of half health, over half health engagements, and then it cools off almost instantly. If it's not immediately capitalized, I feel like that's happening maybe 30% of the time. It's mostly you can dock heal up from that. And so we're seeing that adaptation of, you know what, they're not really finishing us off, we're not really finishing them off, let's go dock, let's go more intel, so let's double down on that. I almost called him Goo Boy again. Lesion worked out great for them. Why not do it again? And then now Arson, let's see if he spots the drone here. Straight past it. Ooh, almost false sense of hope. You gotta run past it and pretend like you didn't see it. So we're seeing them adapt again. Lesion worked out for us. Let's run that back. Lesion worked out great for them. Let's run IQ. Condition for any spawn peaks. It's free. Just shoot it and move on with your day. Doesn't take them too much time. Still in kitchen, feeling a little bit comfortable in kitchen, but no smoke play. There is no smoke for kitchen. Interestingly enough, having a fight Godly Sin, winning that engagement. Excuse me. The Ash coming up strong, already a presence in bakery, hitting up that glue mine, getting rid of that bulletproof camera. Let's see. Vizcano droning out for him. We're already seeing 2 drones coming up from Godly Sin and Vizcano, finding out Kazoo's position. Headaches into the hallway right here. Holding a nice angle. Joystick penalizing that. From above, Joystick with a double for Arg placing, keeping that at headshot level. We do not want these engagements. 2v4, 1v4. This is not looking good for the defenders. You are not dock healed up, fighting an Ash, and you get pinched because you couldn't finish that kill just quite quick enough. Joystick taking the command there, it seems like. Thenxuswolf unfortunately taking that loss. A good game, it seems like, from both sides, but that's going to be Plague Arson's victory there, with Godlyson taking MVP. Beautiful stuff coming out of both teams. Let's go have a chat with them. That was a fun game. Oh.
Nobody wants to watch your stream. Roughly? Shut up, Shut
Hey,
up.
leave my stream alone. I'm streaming my OnlyFans.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. That was an exciting match. Definitely spectate. GG's all around.
Good job, guys. Bro, my freaking wiener's like
Yo, what's the Viz or Mixer or YouTube? I don't know what you're streaming, but I want to watch that.
Okay, make sure you go to Scree on YouTube.
Headaches?
Spelled the same way.
Screen?
Yeah.
PP?
That sounds like some shit I teach to... That sounds like some shit my autistic...
Hey, shut the fuck up! No, they have to talk. They have to talk.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's cute.
Headaches. I said the elite thing. That turns out that's just for Blizzard League. I didn't realize UGL doesn't follow the full ESL cosmetics list, so you're good for UGL, but like when you go to Blizzard League matches, you can't use those. So.
Oh yeah, I knew it was specific leagues, but I didn't see that in this one. That's
Wait,
why
you
I
got
was-
4 subscribers?
Yes, sir.
See, I
We're
didn't
working our way
realize-
up.
Bradley,
Evil
shut
had
up.
told me.
Bitch, shut
What I
up.
thought Evil had told me earlier is that he only did
Chill out,
Twitch
chill out.
Elite.
I'll be right back, guys.
Twitch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for Plague Arson and the Thenxuswolf-pack. Great games out of both teams, and stick around for more next time for more matches like this.